This woman discovered the first effective leprosy treatment at age 23, but her name was stolen and she died in mystery. This is the story they never wanted you to hear. Look into the eyes of a forgotten genius, Alice Augusta Ball, born in 1892 in Seattle, Washington, the daughter of a photographer and a lover. She was destined for greatness from the start. What we are looking at is the face of a woman who would achieve the impossible. Yet be erased from history for over half a century. Her story is not just about science, it's about injustice, prevalence, and the cruel hands of fate. This humble laboratory at the University of Hawaii was her battlefield. While others saw test tubes and chemicals, Alice saw hope for thousands suffering from one of the humanity's most feared diseases, leprosy. Day after day and night after night she worked amidst the scent of chemicals and the glow of gas lamps. Every beaker held potential. Every experiment brought her closer to a cure that would change medical history forever. This wasn't just a lab, it was a temple of hope. Behold the miracle molecule from Chalmagoro oil. For centuries, traditional healers in Asia had used this oil to treat skin diseases. But it was too thick, too painful for injection. Alice discovered the ethyl ester composition that made it injectable. This complex molecular structure you are seeing became the key to unlocking the first effective treatment for leprosy. It wasn't just chemistry, it was alchemy of compassion, turning ancient wisdom into the modern medicine. Before Alice's discovery, this was the fate of leprosy patients: exile, isolation, and unimaginable suffering. They weren't just fighting a disease, they were battling societal fear and prejudice. Families torn apart, lives destroyed by a stigma. The world had abandoned these people to colonies and asylums, treating them as outcasts rather than patients. Their pain wasn't just physical, it was the agony of being forgotten by humanity. This darkness is what Alice Ball was determined to eliminate. And ultimately, Alice's injectable treatment began working miracles. Patients who had not only pain now experienced relief. The hopeless found hope, the abandoned found care. This wasn't just medical progress, it was human redemption. For the first time, leprosy patients could receive treatment without being isolated from their families. These smiles you see here aren't just from physical healing, they are the joy of being welcomed back into the human family. But in a cruel twist of fate, as Alice lay dying at just 24 years old, Professor Arthur L. Dean was stealing her legacy. He continued her research, published her findings as his own, and renamed the Ball method as the Dean method. The scientific community celebrated him while Alice faded into obscurity. This wasn't just plagiarism, it was the systematic erasure of a brilliant mind, a theft not just of a credit but of immortality in the annals of medical history. The circumstances of her death remain one of the science's great mysteries. Some historians believe laboratory chemical exposure led to her demise. Others whisper about the political pressures of the time. What we know for certain is that Ward lost not just a brilliant chemist, but a compassionate healer who saw patients as people. Her funeral was small, her legacy seemingly burned with her, but we know that true genius can never stay hidden forever. 50 years in the shadows. Until historian Catherine Takara began digging through university archives, piece by piece, she uncovered the truth about the brilliant young chemist whose work had been stolen. The scientific community finally acknowledged the injustice. In the year 2000, the University of Hawaii awarded Alice Paul its highest honor. What you are witnessing isn't just historical correction, it's the triumph of truth over time, of justice over jealousy. And finally, that was Alice Bell, a genius erased then remembered. Her story proves that truth may be buried, but never lasts forever. If you want to join us in uncovering more hidden histories, hit subscribe and the bell. Share this with your friends and comment your favorite underrated scientists. Because every forgotten story deserves to be told. See you in the next video.